People. What's good? It's your boy Reed Richards, and we are back for another one. Big Brother. It's starting to get good now, right? All right, so episode 4. So the show kicks off with Matt just doing Matt things here. I don't know, I guess, what world we're living in that he thinks that they had a good conversation when they walked away, that's the reason that he wasn't nominated, because of his great conversation. I guess that is true, how you can have two people look at the same thing and come out with something completely different. I don't know if it's, no, I do know. He just lacks self-awareness. He's so damn self-absorbed. Matthew, in Big Brother, you told her you want the smoke, that if you would have put her, I mean, that happens, that works later on in the game. And this goes to his lack of Big Brother IQ. You don't have to say it. We all know that she's probably not going to do that well in physical comms. I'm sure that she knows he would be gunning for her, because that's just the way the game of Big Brother works, especially early on when you don't want to get your hands dirty. Not yet. The secondhand cringe that I get from watching oblivious players who are completely unaware of how they're coming across. That's part of the reason I guess I watch Big Brother. Kind of reminds me of Heisem just could not read the room. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Stereotypes. People hate them. But there's a lot of truth to them too. We have to acknowledge both. Just because it hurts doesn't mean it's not true. And a lot of stereotypes are often true because humans are very predictable. A lot of us don't like change. And so when people are in certain areas, under certain circumstances, for better or for worse, there tends to be a pattern of behavior. So one can look at that and kind of extrapolate from it and say, meh. And Matthew fits the stereotype perfectly. Doesn't seem like he's the most intelligent guy. Makes it all about him. He can't pick up on that. I guess he's used to women just fawning over him. And you know what? I guess you kind of see it here too, right? So can you blame him for feeling that way? I guess. I mean, we know what happens, right? This when people get a bunch of attention and admiration for not doing anything just because they simply exist, look at what it does. People tend to want to be around more attractive people, probably get invited to more social gatherings. There's a bunch of reasons why people like to hang around with attractive people. And sometimes it might just be to kind of get some of their scraps. There often seems to be a lack of character development in these individuals as well. And that's just because they don't have to put that work in. They automatically get it. And most people have to do something for it. People have to be competent in something, right? You have to be dedicated to a craft. In order for you to get attention about something, you have to be great at something or better than average. And so that takes work. That takes time. And I get it. Like, that is a very fun, appealing life, right? You're hot, you're hanging out with hot people, that's great. But they're just not spending as much time dedicating themselves to something. And so they lack a little something. There's trade-offs in life. But obviously, we're just speaking very generally. There are some gorgeous women who are incredibly smart, who are incredibly humble and self-aware. Absolutely. But man, there's a stereotype and he fits it. That's it. This is why stereotypes exist, right? Right? Shut up. So what differs in men and with Matt specifically, and I guess it's very interesting how men are designed, that men are hardwired to take a woman's, to assume that the woman is interested. And so women, I'm sure you acknowledge this as well. Sometimes it's not even good to smile at a dude, right? You smile, you're just trying to be nice, and all of a sudden he's trying to hit on you, or he thinks that you're hitting on him, or there's something, thinks that you're flirting. This happens all the time, right? Because men tend to read into those things even more. But I'm sure based on his experience, just like Pretty Woman, a lot of the times they assume that decisions are made based on how they look. And that's often the case. And so, you know, I guess I'm kind of torn. On one end, I understand that it just is what it is. But then on the other hand, you like to see people, you know, make some changes. But maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I don't know. Who the hell am I, right? It's just some observations. They could be wrong. But yeah, I understand that my analysis is probably going to be more negative. I get it. Okay, moving on. Chemo's nomination has triggered some childhood traumas. His being gay, humble beginnings, weight, and him being an outsider were some of the talking points. While I can empathize with them, you are playing a social game that's being televised, and things are going to get pretty tense. You are crumbling at the very beginning. The first time you hit a little bit of friction, the first time you just start to crumble. I don't know. Is he just being extra? Is that just being him being too much? Or is that like manipulation to try to get people to feel bad for him? Or is that like a real concern and it's like a cry for help or something? To see someone play such a stressful game 24/7 for like potentially 100 days, that is a lot. That is a lot of stress. We have seen what this game has done to people. So basically we got either a gay dude being extra or somebody who didn't put the work in therapy and is trauma dumping. Let's move forward. Lisa, wow, she found a new place to cry. Just open up the freezer and stick your head in there. And poor Cedric hit her with the, right? Cedric, we gotta have a talk, buddy. We gotta have a talk. Mr. Intelligence Analyst here. Couldn't you intellectually analyze her behavior to say like she was emotional, she had just been put on the block, there's no place to cry, kind of funny? What do? That's your time to go in there and be Mr. Playboy, Mr. what do they call him? Fuck boys, whatever, Mr. whatever, okay? That's your time to build some additional rapport. That's what the game is about. Manipulate her. Women love to be manipulated. Tell her things are okay. Give her something, dude. Tell her that you're manifesting stuff. She's the vibe curator. Curate some damn vibes with her, Cedric. Come on. This game's about relationships, man. So Angela and Lisa share a conversation, but Lisa is not having any of it. I love it. She hits her with the, am I supposed to trust you right now? Angela is freaking out already. She is breaking down. Can't you nominate somebody and not cry? You just look weak and indecisive, and it's just not a good look. It's giving those menopausal vibes, I guess. Having heat flashes and just whatever. I'm sure her husband is enjoying the respite of his neurotic wife. I'm sure the family is thrilled to have a break and basically confirm what they already thought. See, mom is crazy. That chick is crazy. Keep it together, crazy white woman. Keep it together. So Mackenzie and Matt share a moment, and Matt has no game. It's a little cringy. It is interesting because it seems like you can look at that back and forth of who makes the first move. And you can tell he's used to having women just throw themselves at him. So he's like, Mackenzie will make the first move, right? Fellas, if you're talking to a chick and she hits you with the right back at you, wrap it up. It's a wrap. But you know what's weird is when I'm taking notes, I'm watching it, taking notes, pausing it, taking notes. And so what the magic of Big Brother editing is so weird because in the very next segment, they show Leah, Mackenzie, and Matt, and they have such a great relationship. And I don't know, I wonder if Leah is playing the game smart by really trying to attach herself to a potential showmance. They're pretty athletic. They might win. They're going to be a target. Maybe she's playing it that way. Or maybe she's just waiting for Mackenzie's leftovers. Who knows? Who knows? So Mackenzie shares her American veto secret with Matt and Leah, which I wonder how the editing was spaced out, because I wonder if the conversation between Matt and Angela had transpired already. And I wonder had Angela, talked about that. I wonder what that timeline is, because I don't know if I would have told Matt. I guess it'd be the first guy out the house. Nobody really cares. You'll be forgotten. I guess she could tell him. I mean, if he goes out the house, is she really expecting him to use it? Or I'm sorry, is he really expecting her to use it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just critical. I'm being critical. So Joseph and Chelsea are talking, and Cedric enters the room, and they discuss an alliance and get in some numbers. So Joseph, Chelsea, T-Core, Cedric, they've been vibing since day one, but is looking to expand, and they have a relationship with Angela. So they pick up Chemo, pick up Cam, and Quinn, and the collective is formed. The alliance, the collective. And Angela isn't trusting the alliance. She feels like the newly formed alliance is already coming for her. It's just formed. Angela, she is paranoid. She is, this chica. I hope it's just stress from the game. I'll be damned. Here it is. I did not expect to hear the Angela, am taking my power back. I didn't expect to see it. I didn't expect to see it so early. I did not expect to see it so early. Who the heck is oppressing this woman that you feel like you need to step into your power? Nobody's been oppressing you this game. As a matter of fact, you're the first HOH. You're in a damn 8-person alliance. You're white. You're a woman. Let me tell you something. When she came down those stairs, I'm going to make an old reference. Sunset Boulevard, 1950s film noir. Mwah. Classic movie. Norma Desmond coming down the stairs. Lights, cameras, action, and she's going in for her close-up. And she is just oblivious that she's going to jail because she murdered that dude. And she doesn't know. She thinks it's all about her. This gave me Norma Desmond vibes when she came waltzing down those stairs. Matt. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did she embellish a bit? Yeah, she embellished a bit. It's basically, right? It's basically fuck around and find out, right? That's what it basically is. You know what though? That crazy, over emotional behavior and acting crazy, that's still not guaranteed to get you out the house. Even this early, it's still not guaranteed. We have seen Sabrina from Big Brother Canada season 2. That chick was an emotional nutcase. You got one of my favorite housemates of all time, Rachel. Holy moly, over emotional, over the top. Oh my gosh, when Brendan went home, she played better, but she was an absolute mess. Oh my gosh. That doesn't get you sent home. So it's almost like she can act that way. She has the ability to act that way, and it's still so early on. Okay, tell me if she isn't like feeling some kind of way that like Matt's not giving her attention because she's not like a hot chick. And she feels some kind of way because she wants the attention, but he ain't giving it to her. But Matt, play the damn game. Didn't you just hear what I said earlier? Manipulate the woman. They love to be manipulated. If you just told her, if you just hit on her a little bit, she's married. Flirt with her. Make her feel special, damn it. Come on, Matt. Like, if you're gonna have a body like that and a face like that, and women are gonna love you, why don't you use it to your advantage? Angela has clearly gone too far for as early as the game is. She has gone way too far. And yes, Joseph, this is making the episode. Angela is not in a good place right now. She is losing support from her alliance because she's a liability. Nobody wants to be attached to that. Or do you want to attach yourself to it? No, you don't want. She's too volatile. I don't know. Yeah, that's just crazy. It's just too much in the house too early. But I mean, if you're lying low, I mean, you're probably eating it up, right? Now, what's interesting is that Cedric thinks that this shows the strength of Matt as a player because he had the ability to get under the skin of a 50-year-old woman, a 50-year-old neurotic woman at that. Cedric, your intelligence analyzing ability, there's some opportunity to hone that a bit, sir. Ooh, the veto challenge. Joseph, Lisa, Brooklyn. Immediately it goes to Matt, who's coming out of the bathroom, crying and hugging Brooklyn. Why is he so hurt if he didn't do anything wrong? Right? But just, it's done. Let your mom make the decision. She's still gonna love you, buddy. I don't think she's gonna be that disappointed in you. Ooh, the veto challenge. This is the classic game of making the longest word. You go through some sludge, you grab some letters, and whoever makes the longest word wins. But they threw it a bit of a twist. They threw a delete component in there, and so you can grab the delete and go ahead and delete a letter, rendering your word ineligible. So Kenny removes an E from the game. Lisa deletes an 8. And Lisa wins with the word transform. We thought Kenny might win. He had a 7-letter word that was camping. Brooklyn had the word flocks. Lisa wins, and obviously she's going to pull herself off of the block. So Mackenzie is vacillating if she should use her power. The answer should be no. But I guess the question we should ask is, has Matt proven himself in this short amount of time to be worth that initial investment? That is making a very hefty investment on this guy who we don't know. He might go out next week then, right? He might go out the following week. The way he is playing, And depending on how well Angela pitches it, this could backfire on her, or it could really shoot him in the foot. Who knows? So I don't know. I think she's making a good decision if she doesn't use it. No surprise, Lisa takes herself off the block and Matt goes up. Smart girl, Mackenzie. Smart girl. That is the end. Who will go home? Is it the vibe curator? Is it the cop from Boston? Or is it the arrogant Matthew who thinks too highly of himself? Stay tuned on the next Big Brother. Okay, all right. You know what? I'll leave that in. Peace.